Well, we have tonight, like I said, Doreen Guma. Thank you so much for coming on. And just like the caption says, leave the world better than you find it. I had an opportunity to look at this website, and it is just such a wonderful creation that you've come up with. It's just whatever is your heart's desire, that's what you've incorporated on this website. So I want to give you an opportunity, because I know I couldn't do it justice, to really talk about the website, what you're trying to do with it, what your purposes are, and just give us more information, because it is a wonderful thing. Doreen Guma.
Thank you so much for having me, John. It's so exciting when you called me and told me, that you'd like to have me come, and your whole mission is to help people live better lives. This is just what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start with one of the reasons that I created this is it's actually my midlife crisis project, and people crack up when I say that because everybody seems to have one. And so I turned 45 in December.
Wow.
And
I can't even imagine that that's true.
Oh,
I was trying to figure out, because when we talked on the phone, I was trying to figure out, like, okay, when I saw you, I was like, gee, that's not the same person I talked to, because the experiences that you've had. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, thank you. No, I appreciate it.
Wonderful.
You're like my most favorite person. I love you. When you start to reevaluate yourself a little bit, and I work. That's what I do. And a lot of people are in that same mindset. You get up in the morning, you work, you get home, you have to take care of the kids or schlep them here or there.
Yeah.
And what do? You fall into bed exhausted, and then by the time you know it, it's Friday again, and it's not like, whoa, it's Friday and it's the weekend, but it's Friday and your whole week just disappeared.
Definitely. You just want to drop into bed for the next 2 days so you can start all over again on Monday.
Absolutely. You just get up, and it's just the same thing. And with your belief in God, and that God did not put us on this world not to have any sorts of enjoyment.
He wants us to have an abundant life. So it's not about just like working. He wants us to have time to play.
Exactly.
So here you are.
I had this epiphany, and I said, a lot of people, as far as after I started talking to a lot of people, they just, firstly, maybe they don't know where to find something to do, or maybe they just don't know what they want to do.
They don't have time.
Exactly. So I put this together. It really, like I said, it's not my business. It's my midlife crisis project. It's what I want to try to do to help people. I figured if I was going to try to make my life better and try to enjoy my life more, I could just take some people with me to help them to do the same thing.
Wow.
It's my quest for quality of life. And not that I have a bad life, because I don't. I have a wonderful husband. I have lovely children. I don't live in a cardboard box, thank God. But I don't have that woohoo, that enjoyment component. So that's where this whole thing came from. And
I think that's great.
The whole don't just sit there, life is happening. There's a lot of things in our society nowadays that are issues. Things, for an example, the texting revolution or the social media has taken so much conversation away from people.
It's a really good point. It's true. It's true. It's like, so we're unable to communicate with each other because we need some type of electronic device in our hands. And the young people are kind of just learning, like, that's just kind of a way of life.
Exactly.
But is this something that could kind of combat that a little bit?
That's exactly what is the goal. Like, there's a whole bunch of different resources that are on the website that,
Sure. A little bit.
So we have,
like for example?
We have Find or List a Club. And
so you have a couple of minutes to play.
We have a couple of minutes to play. And what if you like reading or crocheting? So the website, honestly, it's been a work in progress for 9 months. And I've declared it done.
A lot done.
I've declared it done enough. And it will always be a work in progress, but I've declared it done enough in March. I just need people to go on there and use it now. So, for instance, I was talking to a gentleman who is part of a hiking club, and with the hiking club, he said that there's not that many people that know about it. Well, how do you find out? So if, let's say, you were to Google hiking club, you probably get like 500 million.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's all in one spot. So that's one of the things that I'm hoping, people will get out there. So like don't just sit there, life is happening. Go find something to do.
Yeah.
There's an event calendar, and everything on here is
wow.
free. Free. Why?
That's
Because
awesome.
I want to have a better quality of life, and that's why it's there.
Yeah.
So on the event calendar, you could put in your events. So if your
Wow.
religious group, your church, or whatever is having a barbecue, maybe there's people in the community that wouldn't have known but would like to come.
Yeah.
So just the whole point is that people need to let people know that they're posting on Time to Play, so people will go to Time to Play and they'll find this stuff.
Okay.
But the calendar is there. There's so many categories. If somebody needs more categories, they just need to email. We'll add anything
wow.
to accommodate. But that's where this
This is such, like, so if I wanted to, like you said, for example, to go hiking,
right.
I can go on your website, I can click, let's say, find or list a club.
Right.
I
Find
can
or
click
list a
that
club
one.
would help
Okay.
you to find hiking places. Then there's also a places to play piece. So, for an example,
Or when they go hiking in Suffolk County, for example.
right, like there's hopes as this evolves that we'll be able to have just every possible resource,
wow.
ski resorts and things.
Wow.
There's still there's stuff, but
Yeah.
there's limited stuff. I need everybody now to start putting their own events
Well,
and
I
their own
think
places.
I think that just like if you guys just give yourself the opportunity to kind of just look, it's on the website. You're going to just be, it's so many things there that are going on that you're going to want to become involved with it, because it's something like Doreen is saying, that it's a work in progress, but she kind of needs us all to kind of get involved so we can post our items of interest for other people. So I think that that's something that's great. What I really liked about it, and I'm going to go, when I go home, I'm going to click on to find out more about volunteerism. Because when you think about playing, you really don't think about volunteering. You think like, you kind of put that in a work category. Mm-hmm. But you've actually made it fun. You've actually incorporated that into this website, which I think is great, because some people find volunteering as like a way to relax and have fun.
Yes, actually, I worked in a hospital for 14 years,
Oh,
and one
okay.
of the largest and most important components of that facility were our volunteers.
Wow.
And it was made up of a lot of retired people or working people that just wanted something else to do. But what was so wonderful about that is it gave them a purpose. And on Find or List a Club, there are volunteer opportunity category. So as this continues to grow, if there are any people that do have opportunities for volunteers or would need volunteers, that we would love to have that posted so other people can find.
I love that. I really love that. It's like, guys, you heard that. So if you're on and you're looking for Find or List a Club, if you need a volunteer, or they can just go and click on.
They can go on and they can post their volunteer opportunities, and then this is the next step now. Now that it's built, it needs to be populated with everything and everything. So again, this is the goal of this site, is to make people smile, and the goal of this site is the quest for quality of life. So whatever it is, and again, it's such a work in progress that I'll be very happy to add anything that anybody needs.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's what we're doing here today. We're going to find out more. We're going to actually have another segment where such wonderful people like yourself, it's a rarity. And I think that the viewers, and I know I definitely would love to learn more about how you came about to do this, like how that whole thing started, because like I said, it's just a website that just kind of talks about whatever the desire of your heart is.
Absolutely.
A time to play. So I'd love to talk more about that, get people really, interested, because I think it's a lot of people who feel that way, like there's just no resources for me to find out about these things. I'm so tired. I'm so, kind of drawn out, things going on in my own life. Mm-hmm. And you've had the inspiration to kind of put this all together, so that all they have to do is go and click on a button and find out how they can play, how they can help, and how they can just have a better quality of life.
Absolutely.
Really looking forward to the next segment. You guys stay tuned. We're going to come right back to talk more with Doreen Guma and how she came about this wonderful idea, A Time to Play. Get your pens and papers ready and take down the information. Stay tuned.